be digesting, okay, and absorbing properly the food. So all comes down to a few things, and I'm gonna be very simple explaining to you. The first number one is water, okay, pure, clean, filtered water. Why? Because water, it is the conduct of everything in our body, okay? Electrical molecules, chemical molecules. So if it's the solvent, it is everything depends on water, it binds it all. So if you don't have a good clean water, what's gonna happen is you're gonna bring a lot of toxins into your body straight away with the water. So let's say you open the tap, you just straight from the tap. I know a lot of Aussies, Australians are conditioned to drink tap water, but one thing I know about the tap water is there's a lot of chemicals in it. I work with people from the council that works in the filtration department of water. They said, Ronaldo, we add a lot of chemicals to the water to make sure that the water is potable to drink. Potable means it is free of microgerms, bacteria, viruses, and fungus. It doesn't mean it is chemically free. Okay, it doesn't mean there is no chemicals in the water. The council never said that to you. The council says you can, okay, drink tap water, you're not gonna die from it. It's different than third world country that you can even drink tap water. But they can't remove heavy metals, they can't remove pesticides, herbicides, antibiotic traces, pharmaceutical residues. It's almost impossible. I work with a lot of engineers that said, Ronaldo, is one of the hardest things is to filter the council water. The system is it's so much, so clogged up with impurities. It's hard. So what you need to do, first of all, is to buy a filter, and that doesn't need to be expensive, okay? There are a lot of filters out there for a very good price. It is one of the best investments on your health. Like I would say, save on other things. Try to get for at least this week or two a good filter. If you don't want to invest in a filter, there's an option here. Look, I got like a high vibe, which I'm waiting for a receipt today. $15 come a bottle, sits on the top here, and I have pretty much my water. Yep, cool. That's $15 per 15 liters of water. It can add up, especially if you add, a lot of liters of water every single week. But the filter, when you buy the filter and you install it in your tap, the advantage is every time you're going to cook something, you can use clean filtered water for cooking. Because most people forget that they cooking with tap water all the time, and the same chemicals is going to the food and attaching in, going through the food. So when you eat it, it's there, okay? And I'm talking about heavy metals, toxins. Let's just see this graph here. Look, this picture. What's in a glass of tap water these days? So look at that, the first one, arsenic. I remember in Gold Coast a few years ago, there was an 7 News reporter whistleblowing the water quality of Gold Coast had traces of arsenic, and it was one of the highest in the country. Man, if you know arsenic back in the World War II, that was the poison that kills millions of people, right? The Nazis were using it to kill people. So imagine if you have micro traces or traces in the water, it's like it's killing you slowly, okay? Radioactive contaminants, bacteria, viruses, cysts. Like I said, if it is perhaps the council water here in Australia is probably free of those, but you never know. But look, the herbicides, the hormone, the fluoride, the chloride. Chloride is what you use for your pool. So you don't go to your pool and grab a mug of water and drink the pool water, do you? So imagine if you're having chlorine or chloride in your water in the tap, and you do the same thing every single day. I know the quantity is different than your pool, but it's the same chemical. That will kill your guts. It will eradicate everything good in your guts, the good and the bad, because it is designed to kill microorganisms. Chlorine is designed to kill microorganisms. So if you put that in your tap water to kill the microgerms, bacteria, viruses, and fungus and cysts, what it does to your guts is the same, gonna kill everything in it. So look at that. There is then copper. We got calcium, chromium 6, which is a metal there, aluminum, a metal, fluoride, and then you got all the trace chemicals, in the pharmaceutical industry, but also plastic chemicals there, lead, okay, so, and microplastics. So this is just few. There is probably a lot more than that, but that is a pretty cool picture, so you can start to visualize what is in your tap water. I only do that because I want to help you, and I understand that no one can increase their gut health without changing their water. It's impossible. So if you want, guys, you can start with as simple as a bottle of water like that. Look, this is a pure AU. I don't agree because it's plastic, but I'm just showing you guys if you really want to start straight away and you have $2, that's cost $2 for 2 liters, and that's gonna be your water for the day. And what you can do is drink that for a few days and see how you feel. I guarantee one thing, when you start to drink this type of water that's pretty almost zero of everything, it is very clean, you're gonna drink more of it because it tastes awesome, it tastes good. Actually, it's like how it's meant to be. It's like nice and clean. It feels amazing. If you buy some Pellegrino, even better, because some Pellegrino has the minerals in it, because has calcium, potassium, magnesium, bicarb. That is an alkaline water. This is not alkaline, but you can buy alkaline water in the supermarket. The only disadvantage of all those things, the bottles, is the plastic, which is not good because plastic, there is substances on the plastic that can leach the water. But that is at least better than drink other chemicals in the tap. That's for sure. Now, second most important thing for gut health, it is alcohol. To understand that alcohol is a toxin, it is an antiseptic. If you drink too much alcohol, it will deteriorate your gut health. You're not gonna have a gut that is populated with good probiotics, because as the nature of alcohol is an antiseptic, and antiseptic kills microorganisms. So if you are the type of person that drink a lot of alcohol every single day, that might explain why you're not having a good digestive system. You feel bloated, or you feel that the food doesn't digest, or you have a lot of gas, or you have constipation. Could be many signs of gut health system. I'm just naming some. So I would say keep it at bay, alcohol, guys. I gave you guys 4 to 6 drinks a week, and that's pretty flexible for a nutrition plan. That because I know people are going to drink anyway, so I'm at least giving you a healthy quantity so you can follow. I would not recommend a lot of alcohol throughout the week. Let your body have a break. Perhaps give a few days of alcohol free. And then enjoy yourself on a weekend a little bit, and that's fine. But one thing I know is the more alcohol you drink, the less chances you have to make a good bioflora, the probiotics there. Then we have to think about sugars. Not very good to consume refined sugars. One, they are empty calories most of the time. They're going to add a lot of calories. They're going to make you put on weight. Second, sugars can feed the yeast, okay? Yeast grow in your guts all the time. And sometimes if you consume too much yeast, from example, beer, or you had too much bread, or you have a yeast infection for some reason, you ate something and you develop some sort of yeast growth. The more sugar you have, the more the yeast is going to grow in your guts, and you're going to develop some sort of symptoms. Could be rash, could be thrush, could be halitosis, could be white tongue, your tongue is coated, or you could be developing eczema, or you could have lethargy, or you could have pretty bad gut health. So when you eat, you feel like a balloon, like inflates immediately. That could be one of those things that sugar feeds, and is 100% guaranteed that if you have yeast, sugar has to be cut off completely. That even said, like for sugars in fruit, you're gonna have perhaps to have a sugar-free diet for a period of time to eradicate the yeast, to kill the bugs, because they are pretty much, they feed on any sort of simple sugars that you give them, and they multiply very fast, okay? So that's why I say, if you have those sorts of symptoms, let me know. I might have to cut even your fruit for a couple of weeks or maybe more until you get a better healing. What else? Artificial sweeteners. Okay, this is a topic of my seminars. I love to talk about that because I had some serious side effects of artificial sweeteners, and I understand that a lot of products that we use, like protein powders, pre-workouts, post-workouts, even sugar-free soft drink and green teas and all those teas that have zero sugar, most of the time they have artificial sweeteners. And I'll tell you what, artificial sweeteners is linked to neurological disease, especially artificial sweeteners, aspartame, sucralose. They are the two most used by the industry, like Coca-Cola. If you look on the label of Coke Zero, there is the two aspartame and sucralose there. They're not going to say it, the name, they're going to put as a number. So it's going to be E950, E951, or 55. And that's probably what you're going to find on the ingredient list of those drinks. How about chewies? Chewing gums that have sugar-free, they 100% have artificial sweeteners. So don't have them, okay? Try to create a habit of not having chewing gums all the time. They disrupt the gut system. They're gonna make you produce hydrochloric acid in excess. They're gonna make you bloated after a while. And they're not very good over time. They can be quite detrimental. Artificial sweeteners, there is nothing good in it apart from being super sweet, but you can have the same kind of feeling if you use stevia. Stevia is natural. It's produced by a plant. It is totally safe, doesn't have any side effect on the brain, and is very good overall. There's a lot of studies in Japan, stevia for controlling blood sugar, but also stevia for diabetic, which is great. So Japan was one of the leading countries to use stevia since the 900s. They probably were pioneer in producing stevia synthetic, and they also use pretty much in Japan for over 100 years. And a lot of the Japanese studies on stevia proves that's super safe. So I would say go for stevia. You can buy that at the supermarket. If you are after protein powders, I would say there are many protein powders. I can even post on our Facebook for you guys to see with natural sweeteners. Stevia, stevia. There is African mango, I think the name or something. It's an African root plant that has the sweetness in it, but it's totally safe. Monk fruit is also a sweetener, natural from the fruit. So there are sweeteners that are totally safe. They are super sweet and they can be used in your protein. I recommend stay away from all the mainstreams whey protein because most of them have sucralose. Okay, so try to read the labels, find out what you're putting into your body. It's very important. By the way, I'm going to have another session with you guys just with this topic: artificial sweeteners, colorings, hidden ingredients in your food. That's going to be a very nice webinar. I think I'm going to do that on week 3. Next week we're going to talk about macronutrients, carbohydrates, protein, fats. Right. What else? Excess meat. So guys, I know this plan is for health. I know most of you guys like a bit of protein, fish, chicken, beef, steak there, but you got to understand the excess of meat is not good for your gut system. It is very taxing on the body. It takes a while to break down. It is not recommended, more than, I think, twice a week. Red meat, it's proven to be quite detrimental for your gut health because it's one of the hardest to break down is red meat like lamb, goat, beef. If you are into the fish, seafood, that will probably be the best, especially living here in Gold Coast, fresh ass coming from the ocean. If you want into your vegetarian, even better. But take it easy on the portions. Understand that animal protein takes a long time to break down to get out of your system. So I would spread them around. I would only have 100 to 120 grams, guys, 150 grams. Okay, so it's not much. It's almost like the hand size there. And the reason why I say this is because protein doesn't add any other benefit apart from helping you perhaps develop a bit more muscle mass, but you can build that from plants as well. So the only reason you're gonna eat is purely for flavor because you like it, but there's a lot of studies now proving we don't need to live on animal protein to develop muscle. We can develop muscle from plants. So it's another case, another subject. We can talk that sometimes. But in your plan, I gave you options of beef, chicken, fish, and I gave you 100 to 150 grams, and that should be your portion, no more than that. What else, guys? Try to stay away from soda, pop, even sugar-free drinks. Like I said, most of them probably have artificial sweeteners. If you feel like fizzy drinks, if you feel like something like a soda, try to get like a San Pellegrino, squeeze some lemon, have as an alternative. It's going to be better for you. It's alkaline. It's going to have loads of nutrients there. Cost-wise, slightly up compared to night. The Coca-Cola and sodas, but it's way better for you. If you have soda stream, okay, you might be like, oh, the type of person love your sodas and you want to have soda stream. Just understand the soda stream is artificially carbonated. So you're adding pretty much the carbonation to the water. It's very acidic. It's gonna raise your acid levels, okay? That's not gonna help you lose weight. It's gonna make you retain fluid, and it's not gonna be good for your digestive system. It is a very hardcore carbonation, which is not natural. The only natural carbonation I would recommend is natural mineral water. So it's gonna say on the label, natural mineral water. That comes from the ground. And there is bicarb, potassium, bicarb soda, there is calcium, magnesium, potassium, all the nutrients that come from the ground and make that water highly nutritive. Soda stream, not nutritive, it is just carbonated. It is an alternative for soda. Yes. Can I have it, Ronaldo? 1 glass a day. That's fine, 1 glass. Just don't have a liter of it, okay? If you feel like, oh, I want to have a glass with my dinner because I want to substitute my wine, of course, that's better than, the first, but it is not recommended in excess. You're not just going to drink soda water as opposed to nice, clean, still water. So the alternative would be natural, mineral. Then if you don't have the option, then go for sodas, like the natural sparkling water, and try to avoid as much as you can of pops, okay, even sugar-free. What else, guys? Additives, food additives and colorings. Try to stay away from anything that has artificial colors, anything that has fake smell, aromas. Like there are so many things that they add to foods to make food taste, like smoky barbecue, and there is no trace of anything grilled in it. It's just aromas. Like Gatorade, the colors Gatorade's all artificially made. All those things don't add up. They're not healthy. They're gonna disrupt your digestive system. They're gonna cause some side effects, proven. There is a lot of side effects on artificial colorings, aromas, and preservatives. So try to go to the most natural form of food as possible, Mother Nature food, unprocessed, wholesome, natural. That is what you want for the next 6 weeks. You want to clear the pantry. You're going to go through your list of foods there. And if it's heavily on artificial sweeteners or heavily on preservatives, chuck in a bin or give someone else. But I would say be careful. It might hurt someone else, right? But I would say, guys, try to clean up the pantry. Do a bit of, challenge yourself this week to be very good with your food, because I'll tell you what, after a week, your digestive system is going to improve. The second week, you're going to feel a lot better and you're going to start to feel the full benefit of it. And then you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel that you're going to the bathroom more regularly. You are consistent. You're not constipated. You're feeling that you don't retain fluid, because when you are constipated, you hold a lot of fluid. So you're having less fluid retention. You're feeling lean. You're feeling that your tummy is flat. It's not bloated. That is few symptoms of improvement. Then you're going to start to feel actually your skin is clearing. You're feeling your eyes are clearing. You feel that you are more awake, alive. Your brain is fully functioning. You're not like clogged up, or you feel like I feel a little bit, slow, or I feel foggy. That could be toxins in the system. So the second week, you're going to start to feel better. So the first week is the challenge, the biggest challenge of, you know, transitioning from your old habits to new habits, creating that neural pathway, which is creating new routines. And then the second week become almost like a routine, natural. The third week, you're gonna feel great. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna do your lemon with water, you're gonna have your green smoothie, or you're gonna have your oats or your brekkie, and you're gonna start to feel like second to none. That's part of your lifestyle now. So I'm very glad that you guys jump on board with this. For the next 5 weeks, I'm gonna be coaching you guys on nutrition, Travis on the fitness, but we are here to support you guys throughout this challenge, to give you tools, to give you education, to give you actually freedom to move forward, knowing that you are doing the right thing. I'm gonna definitely be coaching you guys every week on different topics. Next week is awesome topic. Don't miss out. It's carbohydrate, protein, fat. I'm gonna help you guys understand the difference between all of them. So this is it, guys, for our first seminar of the week. The week coming, I'm gonna be posting more and more things about nutrition. I'm gonna always drip feed you slowly, me and Travis. So if you have any questions that pop up, if you forgot to ask me anything, send me an email. I'm more than happy to clarify for you. But well done, guys. Good week. Have an awesome weekend, Mother's Day. Be good. Reward your mom. Have a great lunch with her. Have a good, you know, nice family lunch or dinner. Enjoy yourself. Don't feel guilty on that. And just work hard for it. Okay? So thank you, and I'll see you next time.